How many ways are there to kill a man? They taught me 17 different methods. The silent ones, the loud ones, the painful ones, the quick ones. In the last 6 months, I've neutralized 23 targets, 23 people, 23 files, 23 bullets, or knives, or bombs. Doesn't matter, because I'm not human anymore. I'm a tool, cold, sharp, effective. And the truly terrifying part, I don't feel anything anymore. Colombia, Cali, sun's rising, cities waking up. I'm on a rooftop, top of a 5-story building. Sniper rifle in front of me. Barrett M82, 50 caliber, 1800-meter range. My target. Carlos L. Tiburon Mendoza. The Shark. New leader of the Cali cartel. 48 years old. 3 murders. 27 drug trafficking charges, but never served time. Because the system protects him. Politicians, judges, cops, all in his pocket. But now, the US doesn't want him. Because Mendoza has gone rogue, playing his own game. And me, I'm here to end his game. If it were you, what would you do? Would you kill a man you've never met, just following orders? Mendoza is leaving his house, 8 in the morning. Routine, same every morning. Going for coffee, corner cafe, same table, same coffee. Makes my job easier. Looking through the scope, I see his face. He's smiling. On the phone, looks happy. He has a wife, 2 kids, 12 and 8 years old. Just like Sarah. No, don't think. Just do your job. I breathe in, deep. Hold it. Heart rate slowing. Finger on the trigger. Mendoza sits down, gets his coffee, takes a sip. I aim at his head. Critical point. I exhale. Slowly, I pull the trigger. Boom. Mendoza falls. Backward. Blood spraying. People screaming. I'm packing up, disassembling the rifle, putting it in the bag, coming down from the roof, walking the street, calm, normal, like a tourist. Nobody notices. 4 blocks away, I get in the waiting car. Morrison's in the driver's seat. Clean, I say. Good work. Next target's ready. When tomorrow, Medellin, copy that. We drive. Silence. Morrison turns on music. Classical. Mozart. How do you feel? He asks. Nothing. Good. That's how it should be. Looking out the window. Cali streets. People. Lives. Everything continues. Mendoza's dead, but the world keeps turning. If you're wondering whether this is real, I don't wonder anymore. I just do. 2 days later, Medellin, a new target. Ana Maria, La Reina Vargas, the Queen, 35 years old, beautiful, smart, and ruthless. Financial director of the Medellin cartel. Money laundering, billions of dollars, worldwide. But she caused problems with US banks. Endangered an FBI operation. Now the system doesn't want her. This time it's different. No sniper. Close contact. Nightclub. Luxury. Where the rich go. Lorena is there every Friday. VIP section. I'm there too. In a suit. Rolex watch. Playing a wealthy businessman. Approaching the bar. I order whiskey. Single malt. Expensive. Lorena arrives. With 2 bodyguards. Sits 3 tables away. I wait. Patience. Hunting requires patience. An hour later, she gets up to go to the bathroom. Alone. Guards wait outside. I follow. Hallway. Quiet. Music distant. Bathroom door opens. She comes out. Sees me. Perdón. I say Spanish. Politely. No. Hey, problema, she says. Smiles. I approach. As if I'm going to ask something. Then, movement. Fast. Sharp. Injector. In her neck. Potassium chloride. Induces cardiac arrest. Her eyes widen. She falls. I catch her. Lower her gently to the floor. Lo siento. You whisper. But I'm not. Because I don't feel anything anymore. I walk. Exit. Nobody sees. Nobody knows. Cars waiting. Morrison's there again. How'd it go? Clean. You look like a heart attack. Perfect. You really are the best. Alejandro, the best. Yes, the best killer. Those who live such moments never forget. The moment you realize what you've become, and that there's no going back. This time it's personal. Because Diego has a house secret where he does his work. Torture, death. Morrison gave me intel, address, plan. Alejandro, this is gonna be dirty. You'll see different things. Ready? He says to me. I'm ready, I say, thinking what haven't I seen already? Night. Diego's house, outside the city, abandoned area. I go inside, quietly, through the window. Break the lock. Living room, dark, but I hear sounds. From the basement. Screams. I go down the stairs, hand on my gun. Glock 19, suppressed. Basement, like hell. Hooks, chains, blood, so much blood. And in the corner, a man, tied up, beaten, breathing with difficulty. Diego standing in front of him, pliers in his hand, laughing. Dime, where's the money? The man doesn't answer, because his tongue's been cut out. Diego raises his fist. Diego. He turns, sees me, sees my gun. Who the hell are you? The end. I fire. 2 rounds. To his chest. He falls. Blood flowing. I approach. Bend down. This is for Esther and Sarah, and for the others. For everyone killed by monsters like you. He takes his last breath. His eyes go empty. I turn to the tied man. Untie his ropes. Go. Run. Don't go to the police. Just run. The man looks at me. Gratitude in his eyes. He runs. Gets out. I leave too. But there's something different inside me. Something. A spark. Small. But it's there. And right then, I understand. Maybe I'm not completely dead. Maybe there's still something inside me. In the car, Morrison notices. You let the man go. Yes. Why? You left a witness. He can't talk. No tongue. Morrison goes quiet, but his brows are furrowed. Alejandro, you're starting to act emotional. That's dangerous. No, I'm just preventing unnecessary death. In our line of work, every death is necessary if we say so. I look at him. That was an innocent man who'd been tortured. Innocent. Alejandro. He works with the cartels too. Everyone's dirty. Silence. Because maybe he's right. Maybe there are no innocents in this world. Maybe including me. But the truly shocking thing, the system puts the innocent and the guilty in the same basket. All targets to be neutralized. But on the next mission, everything was going to change. Because Morrison was going to give me the biggest target. And this target was going to make me question everything. 2 weeks later, Guatemalan 4th target, Pablo El Fantasma Cortez. The Ghost, 32 years old, chemical engineer, produces fentanyl, owns a lab, 2 tons a year, goes to the US, thousands of deaths. Sia's been tracking him for a year, but now diplomacy's over. Time for action. I'm deep in the jungle, Guatemala border, secret laboratory, among the trees. I've been surveilling for 2 days. Guard count, 8, armed, alert. But I'm better. Night, no moon, dark, perfect. I approach, silently, step by step. Even the leaves don't make a sound. First guard, smoking careless. I come from behind, garrote wire around his neck. 5 seconds he drops. Second guard, in the bathroom. Door opens. Knife to the kidney. Silent. Dies. Third and fourth. Together. Harder, but doable. Suppressor on my gun. 2 shots, 2 dead. I go inside. Laboratory. Chemicals. Equipment. And in the corner, Cortez. He sees me. His hand reaches for his gun, but I'm faster. I fire at his leg. He falls. I approach. Bend down. Pablo Cortez. You're charged with fentanyl production. You've come to receive your sentence. You, who are you? He says desperately. Nobody. I fire to his forehead. It's over, but I don't stop. I examine the laboratory, documents, formulas, client lists. If it were you, what would you do? Would you stay at the scene collecting evidence? I take photos, everything. Morrison will want these. Intelligence. I find a notebook, handwritten, names, addresses, phone numbers, and one name catches my attention. Morrison, Project Phoenix, $2 million. I freeze. Morrison's name, in Pablo's notebook. $2 million. What does this mean? I pocket the notebook. Nobody should see this. I go outside. I blow up the laboratory. C4, remote detonator. Boom. Flames rise. The jungle lights up. I run to the rendezvous point. Morrison's waiting. Clean, he asks. Yes, Cortez is dead. Labs destroyed. Good evidence. Photos. Client list. Everything's documented. But I don't show the notebook. I hide it. If you're wondering whether this is real, for the first time, I hid something from Morrison. 1 week later, Panama. 5th target, Isabella, La Víbora Dominguez, the Viper. 40 years old, cartel lawyer, smart, very smart, been getting cartel leaders off for 10 years, legal loopholes, bribes, threats. But now, she refused to cooperate with the US, refused to provide information. The system wants her dead. Panama City, luxury apartment, 24th floor, tight security, different tactic this time. First watch, then learn, then strike. I surveil for 3 days. Her routines, simple. Yoga every morning, lunch at the office, home in the evening, alone. 4th night, I cut the power. Building plunges into darkness. I break the door, quietly, go inside. Isabella's in the living room, lighting candles. Onde pone with someone in Spanish and see. Entiendo. We'll see you in court tomorrow. Don't worry, we'll win. She hangs up, turns, sees me. She tries to scream, but I'm fast. Hand over her mouth. Silent. Listen to me, I whisper. I'm going to ask questions. If you answer, it'll be quick. If you don't, it'll be slow. Her eyes filled with fear. She nods. Do you know Morrison? She hesitates, then nods. Yes. Is he working with the cartels? Again, yes. What is Project Phoenix? Her eyes widen. She knows. She definitely knows. I remove my hand, allow her to speak. Project Phoenix, her voice trembling. CIA's cartel control project. They support some leaders, kill others, for balance, for control. Morrison, he's the project leader. My blood runs cold. And me, am I part of this project? Yes, you're their best operative. They call you Cold Bullet. Cold Bullet. I even have a code name. Who else, like me? Many people, but you're the most successful, the coldest. And right then, I understand, I'm not just a tool. I'm part of an experiment. Project Phoenix. To control the cartels. Last question. Esther and Sarah, my family, was their death part of the project too? Isabella hesitates. A very long hesitation. Answer me. My voice rises. Yes, she whispers. Their death. Morrison approved it. To activate you. I'm sorry. The world stops. Can't breathe. Everything's a lie. Everything's a game. My hand goes to my gun. Isabella closes her eyes. But I can't pull the trigger, because she's just a lawyer, just providing information. She's innocent. Go, I say. Run. Leave Panama. Hide. And never work with cartels again. But aren't you supposed to kill me? I should. But today, I'm making a different decision. Go. Isabella runs. Out the door. Disappears. I stay there. In the darkness. Alone. and for the first time, I failed a mission. But the truly shocking thing, I did it deliberately. Next day, returning to base, Morrison sits across from me, his face tense. Isabella escaped. Why? I caught her, but she got away. Too fast. Don't lie to me, Alejandro. There were security cameras. I watched everything. You let her go. Silence. Can't deny it. Why? Morrison asks. Because she was innocent? Innocent. She's a cartel lawyer. She got dozens of criminals off. But she didn't draw a weapon. Didn't kill anyone. Just practice law. Morrison stands up. Alejandro, are you going soft? Because if you are, that's a problem. No, I'm just preventing unnecessary death. In our line of work, every death is necessary, he shouts. First time he's shouted. Silence. Then Morrison sits, breathes, calms down. Alejandro, I'm going to tell you something, and listen carefully. You're our best operative. But if you start acting emotional, we'll lose you. And if we lose you, we'll lose you too. You understand? A threat. Clear threat. I understand. Good. Now rest. Tomorrow, there's a big mission. The biggest one. Who? Morrison hands me a file. I open it. Miguel Reyes. What happened to him? Didn't you make a deal with him? We did. But Miguel's talking too much. Meeting with media. Threatening to expose the CIA. He's a risk now. I look at the photo. Miguel, the man who killed my family. A year ago, I would have sacrificed everything to kill him. But now he's just an assignment, isn't he? Where? I ask. Los Angeles. Near your old house. Ironic, isn't it? Yes, very ironic. Those who live such moments never forget. The moment you're forced to face your past. Night, I'm in a hotel room, lying in bed, can't sleep. Isabella's words spinning in my head. Esther and Sarah. Morrison approved it. Rage rising inside me. Cold, burning rage. Morrison, he planned everything. Used me. Sacrificed my family. And now he wants me to kill Miguel. But Miguel is a tool too, just like me. A pawn of the system. Who's the real enemy? Miguel or Morrison? I take out the notebook. Pablo's notebook. Read it again. Morrison, Project Phoenix. $2 million. Morrison's taking money from the cartels. Controlling them. Using them. Just like he used me. And me. What should I do? Should I kill Miguel? Or Morrison? Or both? Things were just starting to look up. Now nothing's getting better. Just more complicated. Morning comes. I've decided. I'll go to Los Angeles. I'll find Miguel. But this time there's a different plan. Because I'm not just a tool anymore. I'm a hunter, and my prey has changed. Los Angeles, 14 months later. For the first time, exiting the airport. Sun's bright, hot, but inside I'm cold. Things were just starting to look up. Now nothing's getting better, just more complicated. Morning comes. I've decided. I'll go to Los Angeles. I'll find Miguel. But this time there's a different plan. Because I'm not just a tool anymore. I'm a hunter, and my prey has changed. Los Angeles, 14 months later. For the first time, exiting the airport. Sun's bright, hot, but inside I'm cold. I rent a car. Old Chevy. The kind that doesn't attract attention. I drive. 2 familiar streets. Maple Street, near my old house. I don't want to, but I go. There. 2847 Maple Street. My old house. I drive by. Slowly, I look. New people living there. Kids playing in the yard. Normal family. They don't know what happened in that house. How blood was spilled. I keep going. Drive away. Because that's not my home anymore. That's just a ghost. If it were you, what would you do? Would you go back to the house where your family died? Miguel's address. East side of the city. Boyle Heights. Old Mexican neighborhood. Safe house. 2 stories. Gray paint. Iron bars. I park 2 blocks away. Start surveillance. Morrison gave intel. Miguel leaves at 8 in the morning to get coffee. Alone. That's when you hit him. But I'm making a different plan, because killing Miguel's easy. But exposing Morrison, that's hard. And I want the hard one. Night, I wait. Street gets quiet. 2 guards outside, smoking. 2 o'clock comes. Guards are tired. One's dozing. I move, approaching from behind, quietly, like a shadow. First guard, the sleeping one. I choke him. Tight wire. 10 seconds. Lower him to the ground. Quietly. Second guard turns. Carlos. Donde? Knife. To his throat. Fast. Silent. I hold the blood. Lower him to the ground. 2 dead. Clean. I get to the door. Lock. Simple. Lockpick. 30 seconds. Opens. I go. Inside. Dark. Flashlight. Red. Doesn't ruin night vision. House is old. Smells. Damp. Cigarettes. Fear. I go up the stairs. Second floor. 3 rooms. First room. Empty. Second room. Empty. Third room. Door closed. Light under it. I listen. Breathing sound. Someone's inside. I push the door. Quietly opens. Miguel's in bed. Sleeping. Alone. I approach. Gun pointed at him. Standing at his bedside. Miguel. He wakes up. Opens his eyes. Sees me. Sees my gun. You? Yes. Me. Alejandro Wyatt. Remember. I remember. He smiles. But he's scared. In his eyes. You finally came. To kill me. Maybe. But first we're going to talk. If you're wondering whether this is real, would you talk to your enemy, or would you kill them immediately? Miguel sits up in bed, hands in the air, gun pointed at his head. Why did you kill Esther and Sarah? I ask. Because you killed my brother. I didn't kill your brother. He died in an operation, in a firefight, but you caused his death. You betrayed us, infiltrated the cartel, and then everyone died. My family, my friends, all because of you. I stay silent, because he's right. I betrayed them. I sold them out. And now, Miguel continues, you're going to kill me. Complete the cycle. No. Now I'm going to offer you a deal. Miguel's eyes widen. A deal. Do you know Morrison? Yes. He hired me. Wanted me to work for the CIA. And you accepted. Yes. Because I had no other choice. Either work with them or die. But then you started talking too much. Met with media. Threatened to expose the CIA. Miguel laughs. A bitter laugh. Yes. Because I realized they're using me. Just like they used you. And me. I don't want to be a slave anymore. I look at him, and for the first time I see something. Myself. We're the same. Miguel and me. We're both victims of the system. We're both tools. Did Morrison tell you about Project Phoenix? I ask. No. What is it? I take out the notebook. Pablo's notebook. Hand it to Miguel. Read. He reads. Turns the pages. His eyes widen. This is Morrison's deal with the cartels. Yes, he's not just controlling the cartels. He's doing business with them, taking money from fentanyl trafficking, gun smuggling, everything. Miguel looks at me. And you learned this. And now what will you do? I shouldn't kill you. You need evidence. And so do one together. We can expose Morrison. But why? Why now? You've been working for him for 14 months. Because I finally understood. The real enemy isn't you. The real enemy is the system. Morrison, CIA, Project Phoenix. They used us against each other. And now I'm done. Right then. Miguel de Cedes reaches out his hand. We shake. Alliance. Enemies, now allies. An hour later, we're sitting in the house, both of us, making plans. Miguel tells me, I have recordings, meetings I had with the CIA, audio recordings, Morrison's orders, everything. Where? Safe deposit box, bank, downtown. We'll get them tomorrow. And then we'll give them to the media. Everywhere. But Morrison will try to stop us. He'll kill us. I know, but I have nothing left to lose. You. Miguel stays silent, then speaks. Alejandro, I want to ask you something. For killing Esther and Sarah, can you forgive me? A long silence. No, I say. I'll never forgive you. But I understand. You were a tool too. Morrison's tool. Just like me. And the real culprit. That's him. Miguel bows his head. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. They were innocent. I acted like a monster. Yes, you did. But now you can make up for it. By taking down Morrison. But the truly shocking thing, I'm shaking hands with my enemy. Because the real enemy is someone else. Morning, we go to the bank. Both of us together. Careful. Morrison's men might be following. But the streets are clean. Nobody there. At the bank, we open the safe deposit box. Inside is a USB drive. Documents, photos, Miguel checks. It's all here. Every crime Morrison committed. Every deal. Every death. Good. Now we'll copy it and send it to the media. We go outside, but on the street, someone's waiting. Morrison, with 4 operatives, armed Alejandro Miguel. How nice. Together, 2 birds with 1 stone. I freeze. My hand goes to my gun. Don't, Morrison says. I have snipers on every rooftop around you. If you move, you die. I look around. He's right. Every rooftop has a laser dot. Red, on my chest. On Miguel's chest. How did you know? I asked. Alejandro, you're a good soldier. But I created you. I know your every move. When you let Isabella go, I knew. You're changing. And I knew you wouldn't kill Miguel. Because you're emotional now. I'm not emotional. I saw the truth. Morrison laughs. Truth. Alejandro, here's the truth. You're a tool, and tools can break, be replaced, be thrown away. And you're a traitor. To your country. To people. To everything. No, I'm a realist. This is how the world works. Power, money, control. And me. I'm in control. Miguel steps forward. Not anymore. Because we have the evidence, and we sent it everywhere. Media, FBI, Congress, everywhere. Morrison's face changes. What? Yes, I say. We're not just fools. Before we went to the bank, we uploaded everything. Cloud, automatic system. If we die, it'll be sent automatically. A lie, but it works. Morrison tenses. You're bluffing. Try it. Kill us. And tomorrow morning, the whole world will see your true face. Those who live such moments never forget. The moment you choose between your life and the truth. A long silence. Morrison's thinking, calculating. Then, he takes out his radio. Stand down. Operation cancelled. The red dots disappear. Snipers leave. This isn't over, Alejandro Morrison says. You and Miguel, you're dead men. Maybe not today, but soon. Maybe, I say. But so are you. Because the truth's out, and you can't run anymore. Morrison leaves, gets in his car, drives away. Miguel and I remain, on the street, alone. Did you really send it? Miguel asks. No, it was a bluff. But we'll send it now, immediately. But when I returned home, everything had changed. Because an envelope was waiting at my door, and what was inside? What was inside was going to turn my whole world upside down again. Motel room, cheap, dirty, but safe. Miguel and I are examining the files on the USB laptop screen. Dozens of documents, hundreds of pages. Every crime Morrison committed, every deal, every payment. This is unbelievable, Miguel says. Morrison's not just controlling the cartels. He's their partner. Made millions. And does the CIA know? I ask. Some do, but most don't. This Project Phoenix, it's a secret operation. not legal. If this gets out, it'll be a scandal. We copy everything to 5 different places. Secure servers, media contacts, lawyers. We're ready now, I say. Tomorrow morning, everything will be published. Miguel looks at me, and then, what happens then? Morrison will retaliate. Yes, probably, but at least the truth will come out. And you, what will you do? CIA will look for you. FBI will look. You'll be a fugitive. I smile, a bitter smile. I'm already a fugitive, for 14 months. Just in a different cage. If it were you, what would you do? Would you risk everything for freedom? Midnight, can't sleep. Looking out the window. Los Angeles lights. The city doesn't sleep. Never sleeps. I once lived in this city too. Normal life. Family. Work. Peace. But it's all gone. The system took it. Morrison took it. And now I'm taking from the system. My revenge. Phone rings. Number I don't know. I answer. Hello, Alejandro. Morrison's voice. Listen to me carefully. How did you get my number? I always find you, but doesn't matter. I'm going to make you an offer. Final offer. I'm listening. Leave Miguel. Leave the files. Come back, and I'll forgive you. Clean slate. New missions. Good money. And most importantly, you'll stay alive. And Miguel, he dies. But you live. I stay silent. Thinking a week ago maybe I would have accepted. Because I was just a tool. Emotionless. Cold. But now I'm different. No, I say. I reject the offer. Alejandro, you had my family killed. Deliberately. To activate me. And now I'm going to take you down. You're making a mistake. A very big mistake. Maybe. But at least it's my mistake. For the first time, I'm making my own decision. I hang up the phone. Miguel woke up. Was that Morrison? Yes. He made an offer. I rejected it. Good. Because tomorrow, everything changes. If you're wondering whether this is real. For the first time, I'm choosing the truth. Morning, 6 a.m. Files are being published. Automatic system. Washington Post. New York Times. CNN. BBC. Everywhere. CIA agent Morrison partners with cartels. Project Phoenix. Secret cartel control program exposed hundreds of deaths. Millions of dollars. One man. James Morrison news exploded. On TV. Online. Everywhere. Miguel and I watch. In the motel room. Silently. We did it. Miguel says. The truth came out. Yes. But now the real war begins. Because Morrison won't be stopped. He'll fight. And we're his targets. Afternoon, 2 p.m. FBI comes. To the motel. Knocking on the door. FBI, open the door. Miguel and I look at each other. We expected this. I open the door. Hands in the air. Alejandro, Wyatt, and Miguel Reyes. You're both under arrest. They cuff us. Both of us. Put us in the car. They take us to FBI headquarters. Interrogation room. Separately, the one interrogating me. Special Agent Sarah Chen. Mid-30s. Sharp gaze. Alejandro Wyatt. Former LAPD detective. Former CIA operative. Now fugitive. Yes, I say. All true. The files about Morrison came from you. Yes. Why? Why now? Because I don't want to be his tool anymore. And the truth needs to come out. Chen takes notes. You're accusing Morrison. Serious charges. Cartel partnership. Corruption. Murder. Can you prove this? The files are proof. Documents, recordings, photos, everything's there. But you have crimes too. 23 murders in the last 6 months. You're a killer too. I stay silent. Because she's right. I'm guilty too. Yes, I say I'm guilty too. And I'm ready to face my punishment. But Morrison's a bigger criminal. And he shouldn't escape. And right then, the door opens. Another agent enters. Whispers something to Chen. Chen's face changes. Alejandro. Morrison escaped. I freeze. What? This morning, after hearing the news, got on his private jet. He's in the air now, probably headed to South America. Stop him. We're working on it. But he knows what he's doing. Rage rises inside me. Morrison's escaping, winning again. I can find him. I say, you're under arrest. You're not going anywhere. But I know him. I know his every move. I can find him. Chen thinks. Wait. She leaves. Half an hour later, she comes back. Someone else with her higher rank, in a suit. Alejandro Wyatt. I'm Deputy Director Thomas Kane, FBI. I'm going to make you an offer. I'm listening. Find Morrison. Capture him, or kill him. Preferably alive. But if necessary, kill him. And in exchange, your crimes will be pardoned. Clean slate. But the truly shocking thing, the system's using me again. Different cage, but still a cage. I have conditions, I say. Name them. Miguel will be released. He's just a victim. The real criminal is Morrison, Kane thinks. Okay, agreed. And I'll work however I want, with my own rules. No, you'll work under our supervision. Then no deal. Kane takes a deep breath. Okay, you work independently, but you must deliver results within 3 months, or the deal's off. He extends his hand. We shake. New deal, new cage. I'm a hunter again, but this time, I'm the FBI's hunter. Those who live such moments never forget. The moment you sell your freedom for freedom. 1 week later, I'm released. Miguel too. We're both on the street. Los Angeles. What will you do? Miguel asks. Find Morrison. You? I don't know. Maybe hide. Maybe build a new life. Good luck. You too. We part. Different directions. To former enemies. Now, ... Just survivors. That night, returning to my motel, there's an envelope at the door, white, my name written on it. I take it inside, open it. Inside is a photo, Esther and Sarah, alive, taken 2 weeks ago, date on it, and a note, they didn't die. Witness Protection Program, FBI. Morrison didn't know, but now he does, and he's looking for them. If you don't stop him, they'll really die this time. SC Sarah Chen, FBI agent. My hands are shaking. Looking at the photo. Sarah, Esther, they're alive. 14 months. 14 months I thought they were dead. 14 months I mourned. But they were alive. Was everything a lie? Did Morrison deceive me? Or is the FBI deceiving me now? I don't know. But it doesn't matter. Because if there's a chance they're alive, I'll protect them. No matter what it takes, I'll find Morrison. And this time, I'll really kill him. Things were just starting to look up. Everything got even more complicated. But now I have a purpose. A real purpose. My family. Maybe they're alive. And I'll save them. This is my war. And this time, nobody can stop me.
Mm.